All right, it is 7 o'clock. I now call the February 3rd, 2026 regular meeting of the City Council to order. Our invocation this evening is given by Council Member Tyson Hermes.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that might affect the residents, businesses, and staff of the city of Erlanger. And continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth and for the greater glory of you and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you. All right, please rise for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Ms. Hoffman, if you can please take roll.
Mr. Cahill?
Present.
Mr. Farmer?
Here.
Ms. Fields?
Here.
Mr. Hermes?
Here.
Ms. Jasper Lucas? Ms. Nicely?
Present.
Ms. Reckers?
Here.
Ms. Skidmore? Here. Ms. Wilson?
All right, thank you. So you've received a copy of the minutes from the January 6th, 2026 regular council meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to be made at this time? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion that we adopt as presented. Ms. Wilson, Ms. Nicely, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. You've also received a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any additions to be made at this time? Yes.
I'd like to motion to table the abandoned vehicle and parking ordinance. We never received it, and we were supposed to. So, thank you.
Okay. All right, do I have a second? Yes. Mr. Hermes? All right, any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. All right. So we'll go ahead and move on to our special presentations this evening. Our business spotlight tonight is Coca-Cola Consolidated, and we have three of the most incredible people here with us this evening. I'm going to turn it over to Mark.
And I'm going to turn it over to Nick.
Oh. And he's wearing his shirt. You see that, Morris?
Coke for life. I'm not one of the three incredible people. These are them. They're from Coke. So to get started, the first time I walked into Coca-Cola Consolidated, my mind was fizzing with memories. Memories of a much younger me sitting on my aunt's lap, sneaking a sip of her Diet Coke as she turned away. Memories of a very sleepy me on Christmas Eve, popping the top off a glass bottle of Coke to sit next to cookies because it was Santa's favorite, so my dad said. And memories of a very excited teenager when Lloyd High School got a surge machine and it was only a quarter. Little did I know that one day the company that made all of those memories possible would be located right here in our hometown. One step inside their 300,000 square foot warehouse, not only can you see their mission statement, you can feel it. To honor God in all we do. Every employee is kind, you'll see how kind they are in a minute. Kind, hardworking, and ready to make you feel welcome. This passion can be seen in their philanthropic work also. As you'll see in a few moments, Coca-Cola Consolidated has made a lasting impact in hunger right here in our community and has made lasting contributions to sustainability across the globe. The Coca-Cola products on your desk, in your homes, and on grocery store shelves across our region all came through the distribution center on Erlanger Road, and that is something we can all be proud of. To our friends from Coca-Cola here tonight and all of their hardworking Erlanger-based employees, thank you for choosing Erlanger.
It was joked about growing up that I was bottle-fed Coca-Cola. There was always Coca-Cola in our household. It's coming of age, having the opportunity to work at a facility. Been here about 23 years now. This is Coca-Cola Consolidated. This is a warehouse distribution and sales center. Regardless of where I go in the greater Cincinnati area, every purchase I make, whether it's a fountain drink, a 20-ounce water, Coca-Cola product, it came from this facility. Over 200 deliveries a day. Right now, this machine is creating pallets to go on those particular loads. Total storage, we're looking at about 725,000 cases of capacity. We have a little bit of everything, so it's fun to ask people what their favorite drink is and say, did you know Coca-Cola produces that? Coca-Cola, based here in Erlanger, is over 500 teammates. You'll see as we go around, they're always smiling, they seem to be very happy.
Come on out, Mike. Sky's the limit. You can be, the head people in this company all started out at the bottom and worked their way up.
From a sustainability perspective, Coca-Cola is huge on recycling. All of our bottles, our 20-ounce bottles, are recyclable, including the lids and the ring on the lid, which is a huge step. Coca-Cola is really big on stewardship. Donated over $89,000 to Go Pantry. We've done fundraisers for them as far as school supplies, can drives, and it's just such a good feeling for me to be able to give back to the community, and they're so appreciative. The community has been great. Just the work that we've done with the chamber, the mayor's office, things like that, it's all been very welcoming. The sound of a Coca-Cola opening, it ignites an emotional response in people.
All right, and it is my honor to introduce you to Chris from Coca-Cola Consolidated.
I don't really have anything to say because the video pretty much did it, right? We're done. We're leaving. First off, I want to thank Joe Bacon here. Joe is the senior manager at the Coca-Cola Consolidated facility here in Erlanger, and then Morris Howard, who is our director of community relations. Everything we do with the community gets funneled through him and his team. We would not have the relationship that we have with you and the city without Morris and his team. So huge thanks to both of these guys. I will tell you that Nick's a 100% story, beautiful. So many people have that story. The brand sells itself, right? Because of those experiences. And why do we have those experiences? Because when we first moved over here and we got with the fire department and the police department to do a Mentos challenge with Perfetti, and we blew up that end of the street with soda and Mentos all over the place. It's those memories that we're able to do with you guys, with the city, and with our employees that cement those memories for everyone for their life, right? And it's amazing that we are able to do that. So just a huge thanks to all of you for allowing us to be here tonight, but also allowing us to create these memories for our 500 plus employees, our 8,000 plus customers around the Cincinnati, just the Cincinnati area. This is one of the largest facilities for Coca-Cola, even for Coca-Cola North America, one of the largest facilities. And we get to do that here in Erlanger because of the partnership that we've been able to build with you guys. So again, thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Okay, so Morris, how many years have we known each other? Quite a few, probably more than 5 at this point. So Morris has been instrumental in working the summer send-off. So every summer send-off, you and your team, with giant smiles on your faces, serve all of our guests, our residents, anybody that's visiting Coca-Cola. And you do it as a donation to our E-Angel program.
That's correct.
Every single year, without even asking, you do for your community. And you do it with just, I don't know, you are a light, an absolute beam of light. So thank you.
Appreciate that, yeah. And one of the things I just want to say real quick, from the community relations standpoint is everyone does look at Coca-Cola Consolidated, and they'll say, the first sentence is to serve and honor God in all we do, but the very next thing is to serve others, and we really, truly look at it that way. My one and only goal from our chairman is, hey, Morris, how can we help more people? How can we do that? What does that look like? Tell me, show me, strategize with that. So when it goes from the top down and you really have a strategy of how to serve others, it really resonates throughout all communities. Everything from after the summer send-off, every single drink that we have left over, the fire department that's right next to us, they get all those drinks and they bring them back. I know Joe donates all the time, Chris does. So we really mean it. We're not just saying it because it's business. We understand that it does grow the business, because when you start putting others first, the business will come. We appreciate you all allowing us to be here tonight.
Yeah, and Chris, I mean, you are the president of the Erlanger Business Council. Like, you guys are all in on Erlanger, and we couldn't be more proud. So thank you guys for being here with us. All right, our next special presentation this evening is Josh Weiss, the Executive Director of Planning and Development Services of Kenton County. Welcome. And Erlanger resident.
I feel so official being here. I did not bring Coke, though. So. And not going to be near as creative as Nick with my speech. I'm just going to talk planning and zoning stuff. So, Mayor Fetty, thank you very much for having me tonight. Truly, I am just here this evening to introduce myself for those of you who have not had an opportunity to work with me, and reintroduce myself to a few of you who have worked with me, and one of my bosses sitting up there. So, but anyways, good evening, Mayor Fetty and City Council members. As the mayor said, I am Josh Weiss, honored to serve as Executive Director of Planning and Development Services of Kenton County. And again, I just appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight and introduce myself. Just a little bit about my background. I joined Planning and Development a little over 4 years ago to contribute to designing and launching the Community Development Initiative, which was a priority of the Management Board and the Executive Director at that time. The purpose being to facilitate strategic development within all of our 20 local jurisdictions in Kenton County, recognizing that each of our communities is very unique and very different. Just a little bit about me. I did grow up mainly in Edgewood down the road, but then I moved back the other way down the road and have lived in Erlanger for a little over 15 years now. Graduate of Kenton County Schools, and probably have spent as much time in Kenton County during my life than anywhere else, and then completed undergraduate and graduate degrees at Northern Kentucky University and Thomas More College, now university. My professional experience spans both the public and private sectors. In addition to my current and past role at PDS, I've served as Economic Development Director and then later as City Administrator for another city in Northern Kentucky. And then between those positions, decided to go on the development side and the private sector with the Regional Economic Development Initiative, Ready Cincinnati, where I was a vice president there for several years. As you know, the most important thing that you all want to hear tonight is at PDS, we manage several key functions for local government on your behalf and the 19 other local government jurisdictions in Kenton County. That includes everything from planning and zoning, infrastructure engineering, building inspections, GIS or mapping, and then community development. We also support the staff support to the Kenton County Planning Commission, the Link GIS Multi-County Partnership, the Joint Board of Adjustment, and then the cities who still maintain their own city board of adjustment like Erlanger does. We help support that. And then the Joint County Code Enforcement Board, which you all are a member of as well. While I'm here, it's a month into 2016. We are finalizing our 2025 numbers. So actually, I always like to share some numbers and have some for you all as relates to Erlanger for the entire year of 2025. Here in Erlanger, we issued approximately 490 building or zoning permits. those 490 or so building/zoning permits equate to about 750 building inspections. So that is actually on the permit side, those are our staff members reviewing permits and applications and issuing those. And then on the building inspections, that is 750 inspections that one of our staff members did in the city of Erlanger during the year 2025. On the infrastructure engineering side, we do inspection of new pavement, sidewalks, and driveways for new development. So we did about 50 of those inspections last year. The bulk of those being in Southwick on the residential side of things. And then just from a planning and zoning, which is really the most public, those other things I talked about are behind the scenes, things that we do day in and day out. But the more public side and the things that make headlines in the papers are those, or I guess no papers anymore, headlines online, are those planning commission and BOA type of issues. So our planning staff supported 6 map or text amendments within the city of Erlanger, and then 5 Board of Adjustment applications within the city of Erlanger last year. And then last but not least, code enforcement. 4,300 inspections, code enforcement inspections last year, which led to 1,300 new code cases in Erlanger last year. So I view our role at PDS as a partner to each local government we work with, as did my predecessor. I am continuing that. We serve as an extension of your team to carry out all of those functions that I talked about a little bit earlier. And also realizing that the vision and policy direction from the mayor's office and then each legislative body are very unique. So we work in those 20 jurisdictions in very unique ways. For those of you who do already know me, I am a pretty open and collaborative person and really have at heart our city's priorities in Kenton County, and again, have a deep love for all of Kenton County. So I know you all lead very busy lives and have a few different jobs in addition to serving as your city, as city council members. So if I can ever assist with anything, during the day or even a meeting after hours, we'll work around your schedule to accommodate you and whatever issues you may have with constituents or anyone else. And I just thank you for having me tonight. Would be happy to answer any questions. But if there are no questions, just look forward to the future or the continued collaboration with all of you. So thank you. Mr. Hermie, oh, sorry, the mayor's got a call on you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight, Josh. I've had the fortune of working with you on some things and can really appreciate your expertise and your creativity in things. But man, one of those numbers, are you sure that's right? 4,300 code enforcement inspections? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like 12 a day, just in Erlanger. Mm-hmm. I'll be darned. I had no idea it was that high.
Yep. Yeah, you all may know we have a full-time of all of our code enforcement officers, not to get into great detail, but code enforcement is not one of those KRS 100 activities. And again, now I'm just going to totally go down the rabbit hole with that. But it is PDS, we have KRS 100 activities, which are supported by that property tax that every Kenton County property owner pays on I pay and all of you pay on your property tax bill every year. That supports the planning, zoning, infrastructure engineering, subdivision regulation aspects of KRS 100, KRS 100 being the planning statute for the entire state of Kentucky. And then we have KRS 147 activities. KRS 147 is the statute that essentially created, at the time, the Northern Kentucky Area Planning Commission, and that statute allowed local jurisdictions to enter into an agreement to be able to offer services on behalf of multiple jurisdictions. Those are services like code enforcement that jurisdictions can opt into. And so we do bill for that, but of our code enforcement officers, we do have one that is fully fully assigned to the city of Erlanger, and actually I've got one working about a quarter of their time in the city of Erlanger now, so you've almost got 1 1/4 code enforcement employees. Yeah, 4,300 in the year 2025. Yep. Inspections, again, I think that led to citations, 1,300 cases, so there, you usually have a few inspections for one case, so yeah.
Well, Josh, I've been on the PDS Management Board for a number of years. I'm currently the vice chair and enjoy being with you every month. And the regular check-ins, I mean, the transition from Sharmalee to Josh Weiss was absolutely seamless. And that shows what a beautiful leader Sharm was to prepare you, and it just shows how ready you were to take on the challenge, and what a beautiful fit you are. So thank you so much for all of your hard work. You are so collaborative, so communicative. Your team is excellent. I'm very, very proud of you guys, and we are blessed to be working with PDS.
Thank you very much. Yep. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
And thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, I'll hang around if anyone wants to chat after the meeting. So,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. All right. Next on our agenda is comments of those other than council members, and we had nobody sign up for public comment this evening, so we'll move on. So mayor's report, I wanted to talk, I don't want to steal Sherry's thunder, but I don't know if you guys have seen the most recent displays at the museum. But Melissa Rogers, if you are listening, you have been sent from heaven. You are exactly in the right place. The most recent collections that she has is UK basketball, Reds, and Girl Scouts. And I have to say, like, the Reds is extraordinary. So we have a resident, his name is Steve Horton, and he is one of the most selfless guys. He has this phenomenal collection in his basement of all this Reds memorabilia. He had Melissa come over to his house, look at everything that he had, then he packed up everything in his truck and brought it over to the museum and lent it to us for our exhibit. Like, how absolutely awesome. And it kind of made me think, like, what other awesome collections do Erlanger residents have in their basements that we need on display at the Train Museum? So yeah, she's doing an absolutely fantastic job. The collaborations and bringing in the collections to add to what we already have is just extraordinary. Well done. And it all started with Sherry. Sherry, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
I have to give an extra shout out if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So not only does she have these exhibits, but we focused on some, like the Reds in UK is regional, right? But focuses on how it came from Erlanger or from this area. And so two of the people for, it's like the baseball room, if you want to call it that, is she kind of focused on two Lloyd graduates. One is Joff Long, from the Long family, which is a well-known family in Erlanger, who played Major League Baseball in the 60s. And then Chris Hook, who I went to high school with. He played Major League Ball. He played in the minors for the Reds, but he is the pitching coach now for the Milwaukee Brewers, and he actually visited the museum last week, and both families have loaned us items of theirs to display along with all the Red stuff. And then I can't remember the gentleman's name that played for UK, but he's a local, local Kenton County resident. So
Yeah, it's so cool. And then to add to the coolness, she has the Girl Scout troops coming in on Saturdays during the open times to sell cookies.
And they
So
created
perfect.
They created a patch with our museum on it, and they can earn that patch.
It's
Yes.
it's so
Pretty cool.
It's like, I don't know, next level awesome. So thank you. All right. I'll move on, sorry. The city administrator's report, Mr. Collier.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to update council. We're in the middle of the General Assembly at the state. Staff continues to have meetings with our state legislatures to make sure that they understand Erlanger's priorities and to play a little defense on some bills that may not be good for cities as a whole, but Erlanger is definitely in that contingent. So we continue to stay updated on that. We were in Frankfurt last week. We will be in Frankfurt this week on Thursday. So we'll keep you updated on what comes of that. There continues to be positive momentum as it relates to economic development. We had big news over the last couple of weeks. ADM, Wild Flavors, announced a large investment that was one of the first projects that I worked on right when I got here. So they announced a $15 million investment in their facility at Circle Port, and there's another $26 million investment that is coming this year. So in total, just shy of between $40 and $50 million in terms of investment. So that's really great news. On the local front, there was a memo that Economic Development Director Nick Eads put together in your guys' packet to kind of demonstrate some of what the small business incentives are doing for our businesses. There's a redevelopment effort right now happening on the corner of Dixie and Hallam that you guys may have seen. It's pretty visible. So there was some ownership change there. Really great news on the redevelopment front for small mom and pops as well. Also in front of you is an invitation. We have 2 more ribbon cuttings for the Ameristop Plaza at 476 Erlanger Road. Those are occurring on February 13th and the 17th. So details and logistics should be outlaid for you guys if you have any more questions. I'm sure Nick can answer those. That does make the Ameristop Plaza fully filled, which is, I can't remember, well, you guys probably know better than me. It's been quite a while since that's been a reality. So it's really good front, really proactive steps that the city has taken with the blessing of council and mayor. So thank you. And then finally, our Erlanger Business Council meeting, which Chris Cheney is the chair of. The next one is February the 10th. That is at Silver Lake, 4:30 to 6:30. That's just a networking. So feel free to register, drop by, and network with your local businesses, all staff. There's going to be a lot of staff there as well, right, Nick? And electeds are encouraged to attend too. That is all I have, Mayor. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to add one thing. So you talked about legislation or bills that have been proposed. At the most recent mayor's group, I brought up House Bill 75 that has been brought forward by TJ Roberts. It is to eliminate property taxes. I created a memo and sent it to all of the legislators that are within the city of Erlanger, so Kim Bantic, Kim Mosier, Steve Doan, have all gotten a copy of this, and then I also sent it to TJ Roberts. So everybody that I have spoken to is not for this because they understand that property taxes make up about 25% of our revenues for the city of Erlanger. So this is not something that is financially feasible pretty much for any city. And the response that I received back was, well, Colorado does it, so go talk to your colleagues that are in Colorado and see how they figure it out. I don't know if that's exactly a logical or reasonable request because there's a completely different system on how cities are probably receiving revenues. So, House Bill 75, if you take a look at it, it would be very, very detrimental to cities. All right, city attorney report, Mr. Gatlin.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Mr. Collier, capital projects.
Nothing really to report other than that a lot of our outdoor projects are on delay right now. I wonder why. It's snow, and they are slated to be finished by the end of this fiscal, so we will keep you updated as the snow clears.
There is one that, believe it or not, they kept moving forward on. They leveled all the snow at the dog park, and they started drilling the holes for the fencing. So, yes, we're moving forward. It's very exciting. If you've gone over there recently, it's just like really happening. Right. Department heads. Sherry, did you have anything else to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Reports from task forces. I don't know if we've had any. All right. Okay. Mr. Collier, are there bids tonight?
Yes, Mayor, there were 3 bids. The first for Shearborn Park actually received 5 bids. The low bid was awarded to Cincinnati Asphalt in the amount of $126,559.64. Locust Street received 2 bids, and that was awarded to Wriggler Blacktop. That was the low bid there as well. Finally, the Narrows Road Sidewalk Improvement received 4 bids. Wriggler also received that. They were the low bid at $846,606.25. That is all.
All right. Thank you. All right. Do you have any unfinished business? Any new business? Yes, Ms. Nicely.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to thank the Public Works Department. They've done a phenomenal job during our last snowstorm, and they're out in full force today as well. And also, I wanted to thank and congratulate Justin Brinkman and Craig Stewart from our fire department. They just retired last week, and now they're enjoying the second phase of their life in retirement. And if they're listening, thank you both for your service. You'll be missed.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. All right, legislation, Mr. Gatlin.
All right, first we have for second reading, an ordinance amending the Erlanger zoning code by 1, amending the definition of qualified manufactured homes, 2, amending the definition of single-family detached dwelling to include qualified manufactured homes, 3, removing qualified manufactured homes as a separate use, 4, removing use-specific standards for qualified manufactured homes, and 5, making any other necessary revisions for compliance with Kentucky House Bill 160. This ordinance is basically a reaction to House Bill 160, which was passed last year, which put some restrictions on cities' abilities to discriminate against manufactured housing. The staff at PDS did a great job of kind of putting together an omnibus text amendment that all the cities in Kenton County and communities in Kenton County are passing pretty much as a requirement of House Bill 160. So this text amendment did go in front of the Planning Commission for public hearing on December 5th. They did recommend approval. And you can see attached to this ordinance really what's happening. And you can see that we're striking out the old definition of manufactured home, and we're also putting in a new definition. All of the normal setback requirements, building requirements, any kind of architectural requirements, those are still in place. We just cannot outright discriminate a stick-built home versus a manufactured home. We have to more or less treat them one and the same. This is a second reading.
All right, do I entertain a motion that we adopt this ordinance as read? Mr. Cahill, Ms. Wilson, any discussion? All right, roll call vote, please.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Nicely?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Reckers?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fields?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hermes?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Farmer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, motion carried.
Next, we have for first reading an ordinance of the City of Erlanger in Kenton County, Kentucky, creating a redevelopment and assessment moratorium program. This ordinance came out of the Small Business Task Force. It creates a moratorium basically for the redevelopment. You can see in the definition section, it defines commercial facilities. It defines the complete demolition and rebuild, as well as existing residential buildings. And the general prospect here is that people that are going to be making improvements to existing structures have a property tax moratorium that is put in place for a maximum of 5 years, and that does only apply to the city property tax.
All right. Ms. Hoffman, if you can note in the minutes the first reading of this ordinance.
All right, finally, we have a resolution to adopt and allocate funds for an outdoor fitness court as part of the 2026 National Fitness Campaign. The City of Erlanger will accept a $60,000 University of Cincinnati Health Grant from the NFC Grant Committee and statewide partners and endeavor to provide a local match in the amount of $115,000 from budgeted or internal funds for the fiscal year 2027. And this is for an outdoor fitness court that I think will be at the Silver Lake Park?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, do I entertain a motion that we adopt this resolution as read? Ms. Reckers, Mr. Hermes, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, are there any announcements this evening?
Oh, I do.
Ms. Wilson?
Wilson's Reef and More will be having a ribbon cutting on February the 20th here at the Government Center at the time 4 to 6 o'clock. Hope to see you.
It's on my calendar. All right, do I entertain a motion that we adjourn? Ms. Nicely, Ms. Wilson, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Have a good evening.